Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. This is crazy to me. But first off, before we get started, hi, my name is Avery. I am the host of Teendom Talk Show, the talk show for the kids, the teens, and everyone in between. And I am just so in shock right now. Like, this is bringing back like such nostalgia because we are back live with Teendom Talk Show, something I have not done since June of 2021. And it is now 8 months later. So it's been 8 months since I've done a live Teendom Talk Show episode. I'm just wow. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, hit post notifications, make sure to put in your comments, make sure to share with friends and family, all of that jazz to officially become a part of the Teendom. I am once again so excited. I feel like I have said that a good 50 times by now, and I probably will say it 50 more times before this episode is over. But we have a lot in store. It is officially February. It is February 4th right now, making it the 4th day of Black History Month. We have a very special Black History Month series throughout this entire month of February. So for the next 4 Fridays, including this one, we will be talking about Black excellence. We'll be having Black excellence on the show. It is just something that I am so excited about. And also, since it's the start of February, happy Lunar New Year to all who celebrate. It's just February is such a great month. Even though it's kind of cold here in Chicago, it was like 16 inches of snow this weekend. Well, not weekend, this week. It feels like a weekend because I hadn't been in school. But just this past week, the snow has been crazy. But overall, February is a very good month. It's Black History Month. Once again, I have on my Black Women Matter shirt from God is Dope. It's just so many good things are happening. Before we get into today's guest, which is so amazing, I am so excited to have him on the show. I'm sure some of you guys saw his picture on the thumbnail. You may see a little bit about him in the description. But we first will be talking about, well, let me just get into it. We will be having a Black History Month crash course, which is something I'm very excited about. I feel like I should be putting on like my glasses right now or something. I have my contacts on, but I am turning into Professor Avery for a couple minutes because I want to give you guys a Black History Month crash course on someone in Black history and Black present that is done amazing things for fashion. And we'll be talking a lot about Black fashion today, but Jay Jackson is a true pioneer and designer of French couture. He has worked in so many esteemed Parisian fashion houses such as Saint Laurent and Dior, and he's created many pieces for famous artists and singers, making him like a landmark designer in the United States. Not just a landmark Black designer, but a landmark designer in general. And he has created so many cool pieces for many faces that you may see on like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He is truly iconic and is a true staple in Black history. And I did not know too much about him until actually after our guest had actually shared him on his Instagram story a while back. But it made me really want to go and just research more about Jay Jackson. And I learned so much that I didn't know. So I really wanted to be able to share that with the Teendom audience today because there are so many Black pioneers that have done so many things that are not shown as much as they deserve to be. So that is today's Black History Month crash course. Every week we'll be having just a little one of these. I just wanted to share Jay Jackson with you guys because he reminds me so much of the guest that we are having on today, Marquis Hill. I'm so excited to have him on the show. He has done some amazing things. He is the CEO and co-founder of his own brand, Genius Pilot Academy, which is so dope, by the way. He is 16 years old. He is a motivational speaker. He has written his very own book. He is the co-host of a podcast. Like, he is killing the game right now. So I'm going to bring him on in so we can have a very great conversation. I hope that you guys will all enjoy. And while we're having this conversation, if you have any questions that you just want to put in the chat, make sure that you do because we are going to have a great talk. I am bringing him on in right now. Okay, I just see that he joined. Marquis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Avery?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Feeling good.
Yes, I am too. I'm so excited to have you on Teendom Talk Show today. Thank you so much for making the time to be on. I know that you are a busy guy running your own brand, having books out there. I just thank you so much for being on today.
No, I'm truly honored. Honestly, I really admire what you're doing with your talk show.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And I admire you with your brand. I see that right now. You are rocking it. You are
Oh
wearing
yeah.
a
Oh
jacket.
yeah. Got
Oh,
to. Got to.
oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. How have
Thank you.
you been this February 4th? How are things down there in the ATL?
It's really cold out here. Honestly, it's been very cold, rainy weather this past week, but it's been all good. I mean, we're used to like hot, weather. It kind of goes up and down in Georgia if you live here, so it's kind of always something new. But yeah, it's been very cold. But other than that, just been staying in the house, really focusing on business. Just been focusing on really growing myself as a CEO for my clothing brand, and just working on a lot of motivational content. Got some speaking engagements coming up, so that's soon. So that's really cool. So yeah, that's really all I've been on though. How about you though?
Things have been pretty good down here. It has been snowy. It has been because I'm in Chicago. We had 16 inches.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm just like, what? Why with the snow? Why with the snow? So
yeah,
people were staying in the house, and some schools had snow days. I didn't, but I stayed home anyway.
yeah.
But things have been pretty good, just kind of focusing on myself, focusing on school, focusing on business, exactly like you. And
Yeah.
I am just telling you, we are going to be out here during this month. I am putting it into existence. We are just going to take it by storm. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. We are going to work
Yes.
hard, and
We
we're
have to. We have to. I'm originally from Chicago too, so that's really cool. When I saw you was from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, I moved down to Georgia in 2016, but
oh,
all the way up until 5th grade, yeah, I was a Chicagoan. So I love Chicago. That's my hometown.
oh wow, I did not know that. Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
God. Okay, I see we got some Shaw blood up in here today.
Facts, facts,
Repping our
facts.
city today. Repping our city today. No one can tell.
100%.
Uh-huh. So let's just get into it. I am so excited to be here to be able to talk all about your brand, Genius Pilot Academy. Do you mind sharing with the audience what Genius Pilot Academy is and how the brand got started in the first place?
Yeah, I got you. So James Pilot Academy, it actually all stemmed from me and my dad's cartoon idea. And the cartoon, it was about 5 different kids. They all had their own special genius ability, and they get invited to this top secret school, which is called Genius Pilot Academy. And at Genius Pilot Academy, they learn to develop their genius abilities, and they eventually save the world using them like they're superheroes.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
So that's what Genius Pilot Academy actually is. That's where the name came from. I appreciate it. Want to say something?
yes. Oh my gosh. First off, I just want to say that is such an innovative idea. Like
Thank you.
it's stemming from your idea with your dad of just like a cartoon idea. And one, the
Yeah.
cartoon idea is fantastic.
Thank you.
I need to be able to see that on the screen and watch
I
that.
know. I can't wait.
Yes, because I would be tuning in every week. And just how you were able to create an entire brand concept and brand idea from it is just
Yeah.
like astounding. And I
Yeah.
actually see that you've like woven in like some of the cartoon aspects into some of the pieces of clothing that Genius Pilot Academy has.
Correct. Yeah. I have my character. I have like the founder of Genius Pilot Academy. I actually have him on my back, but I can't like turn around. This would be a little too difficult. But
Uh-huh.
but no, that's my character Donald on the back. If like you've seen my trucker hats, if you've seen the back of my bomber hat, that's my character Donald. And I'm working on some pieces to bring my characters Max, Jeff, Cat, Rome, and DJ alive. So I'm working on those pieces.
Oh my gosh, I am in love with that. I hope that we'll be able to see them soon. Everybody, be on the lookout for these new characters. And actually, I'm gonna try and pull up one of the characters because it's right here actually on some of the hats. One of the hats that I need to cop, by the way.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
look at this. Can you see it all right?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Oh
Oh my,
yeah.
oh my gosh, guys, it is
Oh,
so cool. Like, look at this.
yeah.
And not to mention that just the design, all of the work that's put into the website, all of the work that has been put into the pieces, you can see your true passion in them. Like it's just radiating off of the items, which I just think is so, So fantastic. So fantastic.
100%.
So I just want to say props to you for that. And one question that I do have for you is what were the steps that were taken to create Genius Pilot Academy?
So when it came to making Genius Pilot Academy, first I had to figure out, for myself, why I was starting this brand, right? I had to create a mission behind it, because everybody can make a clothing brand. Everybody can put something on a shirt and put it out there to sell. But what's going on?
You froze for a second. Okay, do you mind repeating what you said initially after saying why you decided to create this brand?
Oh yeah, for sure. So when it came to making Genius Pilot Academy, the first thing I had to do was figure out why I was making it, right? Like what mission I was gonna put behind it. And of course that tied in perfectly just with my cartoon idea, what the cartoon characters represented, everybody having their own special genius ability. Everybody bringing their own unique style to the table. And I think once I figured out why I was starting it, once I figured out my mission behind it, it made the whole process easier. Once we start with the mission, once we start off with the why, then we can build on top of that. But if there's no solid foundation for actually why you're starting the brand and it's all about money, then the brand just doesn't have substance. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had to start off with pretty much why I was starting it, my mission for it. And then after that, it was coming up with the designs for it. So I'm not an artist myself. So I had to outsource, get somebody to help me bring my designs to life. So I had somebody help me bring like Donald to life, my characters to life. And then from there, it was, getting the vector files, different things like that, sending them to these different companies that could manufacture my clothes. And then once we got the clothes in stock, I remember this was in 8th grade, I ended up getting these headbands, and it had Genius on the front, and it had Genius Pilot Academy on like the side of the headband, and then had the Genius one on the back. And those went crazy. I remember I got them in. I had black, I had red, pink, blue. I don't think I had green. I think I was thinking about getting green, but I don't think I got it. But anyway, when it came to 8th grade day, I don't know if y'all had this in y'all school, but it was this thing called 8th grade day. It was like a fun day at the end of our middle school journey. And I remember I brought them to school. I told all of my classmates, I was like, y'all, I'm going to have the headbands today. If y'all want one, y'all come to my homeroom, come pick it up. Kids were running in my homeroom back to back, getting these headbands. And my teacher's like, Marquis, what are you selling out of your backpack? Like, these kids keep bothering me. And I'm like, my bad, they want the headbands, they want them. So when it came to that, yeah, that was probably one of like the greatest days of my life. I remember that like it was yesterday. And yeah, I would say that was really where the journey started with Genius Pilot Academy.
Oh my gosh, I love that story. Like you are ready. Like you came prepared. You had the material, you had the inventory, and everybody just came and they loved it. They loved it the same way that we all love Genius Pilot Academy now, because you, as you mentioned, like you want to have substance behind your business. And I feel like that's something that's very important
100%.
for anyone that wants to start a business, or for anyone that wants to start a brand, just like Marquis has, because you don't just want to do it for the money, because then the passion is behind the business and you're not even gonna get everything that you want in the end anyways, because you aren't going to be able to make a lot of profit if you're not creating like items that actually have meaning behind it, because that's what people want.
Right. That's what people want.
Yeah, so you gave fantastic advice just now, so thank you for that, because I'm sure people needed to hear that. So if you need to rewind, if you need to pause, if you need to like screen record that and save it to your phone so you can always remember that advice, then you definitely should, because it's something that everybody needs to know. Everybody, business owner or not.
Yeah. And with whatever brand you're trying to start, like it doesn't even have to be clothing. With whatever brand you're trying to start with whatever business, always start with your mission first. And if you know that your heart is in a pure place and you're coming from just a creative space, a space where you just want to bring value and help others, I'm telling you, everything that you're wishing for, the popularity of your brand, the money, it's all going to come on the back end. But don't go into it, thinking about that first. You got to put that aside, think about bringing value to other people and really your mission. I'm telling you, that's the biggest part of building a good brand.
Yes, most definitely. Guys, I hope that you heard that. I hope that you heard that because that is fantastic advice that everybody needs to know. And you have given us so much information, and you now even have a book called You Have Genius Ability Within You. How did that come about? And also, where can people buy it? What is the book about and where can people purchase it? Because they need to purchase it.
I got you. So I have all of my books on my website, www.geniuspilotacademy.com. I can give you like the spelling and all that for you. But when it came to writing the book, it was kind of of an afterthought after me and my dad got done reading this daily motivational book. So we would wake up and we would read it every day. I loved it. I was like, yo, this helps me, right? Every day I would wake up, even sometimes when my dad didn't read it, I was still going in the room and reading it. And my dad was like, Marquis, you're so motivational with your videos. He was like, you should drop a book. And for a long time, I was just like, yo, I'm not a writer. I don't think I can drop a book. Like, this isn't really for me, right? And I would probably say a year went by. Like months went by. I started writing it, and then I stopped, and then I started again, and then I stopped. A year had went by, and I had messed around the whole year. I could have finished it, but I was just playing around. And I remember it was probably the last month or month or two of let me see, this was when I was 15, but the last month or two of the year when I was 15. And I just went all in. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to focus in these last 2 months. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to publish it. So I first published it off of Amazon Direct Publishing. And that way it allowed me to publish it for free. I wrote it all in Word, and I just uploaded the Word file into Kindle Direct Publishing, and Amazon Direct Publishing. And then once I did that, it did everything for me, created an ebook for me, and even created a paperback for me. And once that happened, I dropped it. A lot of my followers really really liked it. They were like, yo, you dropped the book. I was like, yeah, y'all can go cop it on Amazon. And it started doing very well. We were selling like copy after copy every day. And finally it came to a point where it was like, yo, Amazon is taking so much of the money, I gotta source it myself. So I was like, I put it on my website. People started purchasing on my website, and people really enjoyed the book. Like, I had a lot of stories where kids were hitting me up telling me like, yo, I've been going through a really hard time, like dealing with depression, dealing with suicide, and like, you helped me, bro. Like, your book helped me. And that just brought so much joy to my heart, just to see that what I created could really create this type of value for other people. And yeah, so that's what happened really when I started the book. And then let me see. Oh, and then when Shaq picked it up, it was my uncle. My uncle had a friend that knew me, that saw what I was doing, and she had like a connection with Shaq, right? So she ended up like putting me into connection with Shaq. I got a chance to talk to him, and we chopped it up. He was like, yo, I want to put you on TNT. We have a Flash It Forward segment. I want to put you on there. And I was like, yo, what? I'm going to be on TV? And that was like the most exciting day of my life. But then COVID hit. So COVID messed everything up. So I would probably say a year had went by. The opportunity, I thought the opportunity was gone, but I still had the lady's contact information that worked with TNT. And I reached out that day and I was like, hey, is there any way I could possibly still get on the segment? You know, I know COVID messed up some things up. And she hit me back. She was like, I'll see what I can do. And then I would say 2 days later, she hit me back. She was like, hey, we can get you on coming up next Tuesday. You know, you ready? I'm like, yes, I'm ready. So she gave me that opportunity, and I got to get on TNT. It was virtual, of course, but it was still an amazing experience. And I remember Shaq just holding my book. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was definitely memorable. But yeah, that was the journey of writing the book, though.
Oh my gosh. That took me on a whole whirlwind. First, yeah. I just want to say, I find it so interesting how you went from being like, nah, I can't write this book. I can't write this book, to being able to do it and then doing it successfully. And people coming back to you saying about how your book helped them get through dark times in their life, inspired them, uplifted them, empowered them. And I just caught mine. I'm like, I cannot wait until mine arrives so I can read it, because I just know that I will learn so much from it. I know that you guys will too. And also the link for the website where you can get the book is in the description. So make sure to click that after the episode and go buy yours. But just the experience in general that you talked about sounds so fantastic. The opportunity of being on TNT, Shaq holding your book.
Yeah.
That's like, no wonder that was the best day of your life.
Yeah.
That is so cool to be able to see.
Most definitely.
Yes, it was so cool to just be able to listen to you talk about your experience with writing the book. Do you think that you'll be able to write any more in the future?
Oh yeah. I got one coming out pretty soon. This will be my second one. My first one was just the first one I dropped on Amazon was 28 days. And then I made another version. It was like the second version. And that's the one I dropped on my website. It was 31 days. I just wanted to add 3 more days to it. And then the one I'm coming out with next is gonna be a 365 workbook. So that'll be very cool. Just to give kids and even adults, whoever really wants to book, just to give them a space where they can not only get motivation, but also write down their thoughts for the day, write down their goals for the day, and pretty much just have that place, to really propel them in the morning throughout their day and give them that motivation.
Oh my gosh, guys, be on the lookout. Like seriously, like keep your eyes open and peeled because we are looking forward to this book. We are so looking forward to it. Like mark it in your calendars, like each week to just go back and check Genius Pilot Academy's website to see if it dropped, because I know that is exactly what I will be doing. Besides the book, what else are you hoping with the future of your career?
With the future of my career, I really plan on just traveling the world, really becoming one of the best motivational speakers that I can possibly be, and with that, becoming one of the best CEOs that I can be for my clothing brand. Like I want to grow my clothing brand to the point where every time I walk into a basketball game or every time I walk into an event, I see people wearing my clothes. I was talking to my dad about this the other day, just getting my brand to the point where it's everywhere and just becoming a whole just a well-rounded boss for my clothing brand. And then outside of that, I do want to get my cartoon. I do want to get that like cast. I want to get that on Netflix. I want to get that on HBO. I want to really make it a reality because the characters, when I look at them, when I look at the scripts that we have, it's just like, man, if I can bring this to life, it'll be so beautiful. And I know my dad's with me. He's pushing with me every day. So I'm really excited for that. But if I can get that, cartoon picked up and bring my characters to life, that's gonna be amazing.
Oh my gosh. I am so looking forward to the future for you. I just know with motivational speaking, you will be able to go far. I know with your cartoon, you will be able to go far. I'm so excited. I am like a whole film nerd because I do film. It just has me like, I need to see this. I need to see this immediately. And there is one question in the chat right now that stands out to me that I definitely want to be able to ask you. My friend Alexandra, hi Alex. She asked, curious, being a motivational speaker, was it easy to keep yourself motivated while writing the book? How do you keep yourself going?
It was challenging, to be completely transparent. It was very challenging because at first when I was writing the book, it wasn't coming from a very motivated place. It wasn't something that I really wanted to do. And when it's something that I don't really want to do, I honestly don't give my full effort to it. And that's one thing I noticed myself. If I can't really will myself to do something. I'll get it done, but will I get it done in the correct time frame? That's the question. But once I switched my perspective and I was like, yo, Marquis, there's a kid out there that likes your motivational videos, but they need your book to sit beside their bed so they can get this motivation, so they can get this motivation throughout their life. When I started switching my perspective and looking at it from that angle, I was like, yo, there's kids out there that need this book, Marquis. Like, stop playing and get it done. And that's one of the biggest ways that I've pushed myself. And my dad, he was like, yo, Marquis, you should really write this book. And I had him waiting for so long. And I know he was looking at me like, yo, Marquis, you have the capability. Like, I've seen you write good essays. I've seen you write good paper. You have the capability to write this book. Why aren't you writing it? And I wanted to make him proud as well. So it was just those two factors. Just one, me looking at, all of the people that could help. And then also coming through for my dad and finishing that thing out.
Yes, I just have to say, one, thank you, Alex, so much for asking that question, because that
Yeah.
is so good to just be able to learn. I want to be able to just be able to help build you up as much as possible. I know all of us really do, because the motivation that you have just been giving us through this one conversation, I just know that that is tripled, quadrupled to the motivation that you are giving everyone through your book. Like, I am here to support you 1000%. If you never ever need anything, if you ever want to collab with anything, I am here. I'm just a text away, because all of us know that you're going to go so far. You are literally Black excellence, Marquis. And
Thank you, Avery.
I'm not just saying that because it's Black History Month. Like, I'm saying that because it's what it is. You are Black excellence, and you are continuing to make all of us so proud. Thank you so much, Alex, for asking that question. There are a couple more questions that I have, and then we'll get into some audience questions as
for sure.
rounds. But this has been such a great conversation so far.
Oh yeah. And Avery, I'm supporting you 10,000% too. I really respect what you're doing. I really do. So you keep it up. You keep doing your thing, and your energy is amazing. But yeah, just had to throw that in there.
Thank you so much. Your energy is so amazing too. I'm just like, this is like so fun of a conversation. Like, I love having people on the show that just have such great energy. Like, your energy has me like ready to go like run a marathon right now. Like, I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so one question that I have for you is, you have talked a lot about your motivational speaking, about how you are constantly just working to motivate people. And as that, you are also a true believer in just mental health, prioritizing yourself. What would you say in your own words makes self-love so important? And what are some things that you do to like give yourself self-love while you're also working on business? Just some personal things that you may do to keep you up there as well.
Meditation is huge for me. I try to do meditation at least 15 times. I mean, not 15 times, that would be a lot. At least 15 minutes a day. And whether it's in the morning or whether it's at night, just giving myself some time to calm my mind, to come back, to myself, and to just have time alone, just to be with my thoughts, to ask myself how I'm feeling. So meditation is very huge for me. I try to go get, I try to take care of myself a lot. So when it comes to haircuts are great for, just how I feel about myself, how I'm feeling. Massages, if I can get one. Different stuff like that also helps too. I can't get that often because I'm still working on still working on like driving myself everywhere and everything. But I know those things help a lot. And then another thing, just filling my mind with positive things. One thing I used to do a lot was I used to listen to a lot of music. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos or content, and the content and things that I were listening to, they brought me no value. They didn't bring me any positivity to my life. They didn't bring me any information that could help, move me forward in life. And I noticed that was hindering me. And that was hurting the way I was thinking. That was hurting my point of view. And when I switched it up and I started reading, self-help books, when I started listening to podcasts where they were talking about entrepreneurship and goals and business and self-care and self-love and different things like that, I started to see like, whoa, this makes me feel better. Like, this actually fills me up instead of draining me. So watching what I consume, whether it's podcasts, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's music, watching what I consume and in meditation, and then just taking those steps to make sure you're taking care of yourself physically and also eating right. I'm still working on eating right because I eat a little unhealthy, but I'm still working on it. But yeah, I would say those are some of the biggest things I do for self-love.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I have to say, one thing that I just want to boost up 10,000% that you discussed is just surrounding yourself by positive energy, surrounding yourself by things that will constantly uplift you, because it's almost, there's a saying that says you're like the people that you surround yourself with. And I feel like that applies for more people. That also applies for shows that you watch, for music that you listen to. And one thing that you said that I feel like needs to be like a quote on the t-shirt is that those things were bringing you no value, and you want to listen to things, surround yourself by things that bring value to your life, to your career. So I just want to say, like, props to you for that completely. And the last question that I want to ask you before we get into some very, very, very quick audience questions is where can people check out you and your brand on social medias, on websites? Where can the people find you? Because we know that we all do.
Got you. So all of my social medias are at Real MJ Hill. So REAL MJHILL, Real MJ Hill. That's my name on all social medias, on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. That's my name on all of those platforms. And then to check out like my clothing brand and to get my book and everything, you can check out my website, www.geniuspilotacademy.com. So GENIUSPILOTACADEMY.com.
Oh, I like that. You were fresh with it. You were fresh with it. Everybody, make sure to check out Marquis and Genius Pilot Academy immediately. If you weren't able to jot that down really quick, we do also have all of his social medias and Genius Pilot Academy social medias down in the description box of this Teendom Talk Show episode. So make sure to go to it to cop some of Genius Pilot Academy's clothing because it is off the chain. I'm telling you guys. And let's get into some very, very quick audience questions. One thing that I realized after not doing live stream for a while is I kind of missed the live audience questions. So I'm glad that we get to have that back today. Okay, one question that someone asked is, how do you plan on growing? You answered that a little bit, but what can the community do to help you? Ooh, that's a good question.
Wait, what can the community do to help me? Is that what the question was?
Yes, like how can they uplift you? How can they just work to support you?
How can the community help me? Honestly, I'm a person, I just want to be able to impact as many lives as possible. So if you're an adult or say you have like a class of kids, purchasing some books for the kids. If you're a kid and you're really looking for either motivation or you're just looking for some nice merch, I mean, that's one way. I would love to send you some of the merchandise. Just have you rocking those positive messages all day. That's one of the reasons I put a lot of positive messages on my merchandise, because when people rock it, I know if somebody else sees it, it's gonna impact them the same way. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to you have genius ability within you, if you're just walking on the street, you see that, you might think like, man, I do got some genius ability within me. But yeah, getting my books for either yourself or for others, and then my merchandise as well. And then honestly, I'm a big person on support outside of money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you watch my videos, if you share my messages to people that you feel truly need it, I really appreciate that, because it's bigger than money. You know, I'm really a person about impact and helping others. So if you see any video on my Instagram that you feel will really help somebody, if you could just share that soon or share it to your story, that'd be amazing.
Yes, most definitely, guys. Make sure to share. Make sure to just rock those positive messages all day, because Genius Pilot Academy has a lot of them that you guys definitely need to have in your closet, because I know I need to get them in my closet. Like my closet, I just need some Genius Pilot Academy merch immediately. One question that somebody asked.
I appreciate that.
Oh, this is a good question. Someone said, what are some things that you like to do outside of school and working on your brand?
So outside of school, and working on the clothing brand, I really enjoy playing video games. That's one release that I have that's just really fun. Getting on the game with my bros and just playing Fortnite or whatever we're playing, 2K, whatever we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, playing basketball. I love playing basketball. I actually took this year off from playing basketball. I used to play basketball through school and run a clothing brand, but basketball got very, time consuming, and I was like, yo, I gotta put something down. So I had to put basketball down, but I still play basketball, just for fun sometimes. And then other than that, I'm a family man, so just hanging out with family, hanging out with my little brother, hanging out with my dad, with my mom, and calling my grandparents all the time because they're still in Chicago. Yeah, that's really the things I like to do for fun.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like how you have like that, just that balance of working on the business, persevering, getting through, and then also just having some fun things that you like to do as like almost like not even like a stress reliever, but something fun, like recreational, like basketball, playing video games. I see you play Fortnite and 2K. That's cool.
Yeah.
And also just spending time with family. It's so funny that your grandparents are still in Chicago. I actually have a grandmother and some other extended family out in Georgia. So next time that I'm there, we're going to have to see each other. We're going to have to meet up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And let's see. Are there any more questions in the chat? We're going to take one last one because we are running a little bit low on time. Okay. This is a good one. What are some things that you do to balance school and running the brand? Like, what are some tips that you have for that?
My tips, you have to have structure. You have to build structure. Like, I'm a person, if I don't have a plan, if I don't have my things written out of what I need to get done throughout the day, they're not going to get done because my mind's all over the place. I'm just doing so much at one time. But I think for me, what really helps me is just writing my goals out for the week, writing a list of like my to-do list for each day, and then just creating a plan for each day of how I'm going to attack it. In the morning, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a break, give my mind a relax. Then at this time, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Create that plan for yourself. And I think that's definitely going to help you plan better with school, with your business, with whatever you're doing. Just creating that plan for yourself and managing your time better. Because that was one thing I really struggle with, is just time management. And I still kind of struggle with it to this day. Like, it's still sometimes where I got to get myself back on track. Like, come on, you gotta make this plan. But yeah, that would be my biggest tip is creating a plan and a structure for yourself.
Yes, most definitely. Guys, I'm telling you, those are tips that will help you. I try to utilize those tips as well, just having a structure, having time management. Of course, there are times where I'm definitely off of my game. I feel like that's the same thing for a lot of different business owners. Like, we're never going to be perfect, but those are definitely some tips to help you. So, Marquis, thank you for taking that knowledge for everybody, because those are some gems you should definitely take with you. And I just want to thank you so much again for being on the Teendom with me today. I enjoyed just having this conversation with you so much. The audience, have learned so much from you. Before you go, do you mind sharing with us one more time where everyone can check out you and Genius Pilot Academy?
Most definitely. So y'all can find all of my social media at Real MJ Hill. So RealMJHill, Real MJ Hill, on all social media platforms. And then my website is www.geniuspilotacademy.com. So that's where you can find my website. That's where you can find me on social media. And Avery, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciated it. This was an amazing experience. I love how you got everything set up. Like, I just love this, the conversation, the energy, the vibes. They were all there, and I really appreciate it. And one thing I didn't mention earlier when you asked me about the future plans, I'm also working on an NFT project that I really want to put out there too. That's gonna have some things to do with my cartoon characters. So the NFT project's another thing, and it's gonna be like tied to a conference that I host. So you will have to see about that. But yeah, I want to throw that in there because I think that's gonna be a very big one.
Oh my gosh, y'all, that's another thing to add to your list on your calendar, because that is something that we all need to look out for. It will include, one, your cartoon characters, which I've fallen in love with, and I just know the audience has fallen in love with too. And also having to do with a conference that you hold. Guys, this is just excellence right here. Just pure excellence. Make sure to mark that in your calendar. We are all on the lookout for you in your future. Thank you so much. This was just a great conversation. I love just all of the good vibes that come from you, just the energy that you bring. You have motivated me so much, and I know that you have for the audience as well. Thank you just so much for being on the show with me tonight. We will be talking soon for sure. When I come down to GA, I'm gonna have to see you. We're gonna have to meet up in person. We are gonna have a good time. And just thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you so much, Avery. And yeah, I just really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, anytime. Thank you so much. I will talk to you later. Bye.
All right, see you later.
Guys, if you were not fully inspired to hear with that conversation that I just had with Marquis, I think you need to rewatch that again because he dropped some knowledge. We got to learn more about his book. We got to learn more about his brand. We just got to learn more about him as a business owner, as a CEO, as a motivational speaker. Marquis is truly Black excellence. Like, he embodies it in a 16-year-old, and you guys definitely need to check him out. Once again, all of the sources where you can find him on social media, everything, it is just all in the description box of this Teendom Talk Show episode, whether or not you're watching on YouTube, whether or not you're watching on Facebook. Right after this, make sure to go and click all of the links so you can support him 10,000%. Thank you all so much for watching the very first live stream episode back of Teendom Talk Show, along with the first episode of our Black History Month series. Remember that Black greatness is in the present, in the past, and is most definitely in the future. Make sure to take that with you, not just in February, but throughout every single month of the year. I once again just want to remind you guys to subscribe, like, hit post notifications, comment, share with your friends and family if you enjoyed this episode. And next Friday, same time, same place, 6:30 p.m. CST live on YouTube and Facebook. We will be back here for our second episode. So thank you so much. And we will see you next time.